Hi, my name is Adrienne, and this is my Module 1 project, the Periscope. So the problem we were faced with is that we are 5'6", which for me is not that bad because I am shorter than that. So this problem really hits home for me. So ideally when you're in a crowd of people being 5'6", you can always run into a problem where people that are taller than you tend to sometimes be right in front of you. So obviously when you go to a concert or anything where there are large crowds and you're trying to see a presenter or speaker or artist or whatever you're looking at, you would want to see that person because obviously you've paid money to do so. So running into people that are taller than you is not always the greatest thing when you're standing in the middle or in the back of the crowd. So we asked ourselves the question of how can we see above the crowd without ideally getting on the back of somebody or on their shoulders or somehow finding something to stand on to put us at a higher level. So the concept that we focused on is using the Periscope as a way to see above the crowd. Ideally, this was used for submarines. It's probably still used as well, as a way that they could figure out what was going on above the ocean surface as they were discreetly well below the surface. So my plan was to ultimately create a periscope, but not just create one, but to also have it be able to somehow attach to sunglasses or your head in a way that your hands were free, because if you're going to see somebody, you want to be able to clap. And I'm sure if it's a long concert or a long presentation, standing there and holding that up is going to be tiring for your arms after a while. And just become really annoying to the point where you don't even want to use it. So what I did was I created a periscope. So you can kind of see in the pictures here. And then ultimately when I first created it, the goal of using the headband was thought of as a way to be able to be hands-free. However, I ran into a problem with that. The periscope was too thick at the beginning, so ultimately what would happen is that the headband wouldn't stretch the length that it needed to fit around my head and have the periscope sit perfectly. So what I did was I kind of added the ends here, as you can see, and slid the headband into that as a way to attach the headband for it to sit on top of my head. Then I ran into another problem, which was that the headband was too big for my head. I had tried it on my friend and my roommate at the time, and it fit his head, but not my head. So obviously the concept of kind of doing a double loop was what we kind of figured out together when we put our brains together. So this is the final product, and it kind of fits along your head. So you just pull it out like this, and you put it on. And then obviously you'll be able to see. The biggest issue with this is that it's not the most comfortable. So that's something that would obviously be still improved upon, is somehow getting some padding around the edges. Because when it's attached to your head, it kind of digs into your skin a little bit more than you might prefer. So it solved one problem, but then came up another problem with how it fit on top of my head and fit within my nose. I did have to make a little cut for my nose so it could sit on that bridge a little bit better and not be so dug into it. So that is my project, and I hope you enjoy.